Alright, just get this started and in the right angle. There we go. What's up, guys? This is Tyson. This is actually my very first YouTube video, which you could probably tell from the quality of it because I don't know what to do for props. You probably have the glare from the light, but bear with me. No, but honestly, I just want to be able to share with the world a passion that I have, and it's actually the world of finances. It's gonna be basically just fundamentals that will honestly change the lives of people. And whether or not no one's probably gonna watch this, but you know, I can give it a try, and it's something I want to make a career of. Not necessarily YouTube, but in the direction that I'm going. But first, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Tyson Green. I am currently from Utah. I haven't done anything extraordinary, or at least in the views of people in general. I was born, I've gone to school eventually. I guess one thing that I guess I started when I was 15 and working. I started working at a, well, actually no, come to think about it, I actually started making money, I can't even remember when. I mowed lawns. That's actually how I started making money originally. I mowed my parents' lawn. I luckily had some aunts and uncles that they offered to pay me every week to mow their lawns. And I used that money to get in the bank and didn't really do much with it. I went out with friends and did fun things with my main friend group. And it was when I was 15, I actually got my first job working at a bike shop from my aunt and uncle. So I guess I just have really awesome relatives in my childhood. Anyway, but then I turned 16, and when you turn 16, you can get, I guess, more official jobs. So out of all the official jobs you can get, I decided to work at Smith's as a bagger. Yeah, those were some very long shifts. I can't remember, every like 2 hours I got like a 15-minute break or something, or a 10-minute break. And that's all I can think about when I was doing that, because it was not the funnest thing. But, you know, coming back to my passion, I guess, in finances, this really kind of, you know, this little bit of income, I put it in the bank, and I learned from my dad. My dad is the person that really actually inspired me. It's the way he did things. It just clicked for me. It's just the way I think like him. And he does a lot of stuff with investing. He particularly focuses on like dividend investing and growing a passive income. But again, I'm gonna do more videos about, you know, my dad as my mentor, how I got started. But well, I'll go a little bit into that, but not into like deep detail. Anyway, so I was working, eventually I turned 18 and I graduated high school. I got my pharmacy tech license from a trade school. They offered a program when I was a senior that was very cheap, and I switched into the pharmacy and started working as a pharmacy technician, which the income was a big boost from minimum wage, $7.25. Who wants to work for that? Maybe when you're young, that's awesome. But when I turned 18, that's when I was able to open a Roth IRA, which with my dad I actually did. And at the point, I don't even know how, but I've had thousands of dollars in the bank, like a little bit of money, decent amount, especially for that age. And so I invested in some companies. Waste Management was one of them. AT&T was another. I later sold AT&T, got greedy, and made a very big mistake that cost me thousands of dollars, but that's for another video. I'll go into the details of that too. Regardless, I got experience investing into the market. When I turned 18, I also turned in my paperwork. I served as a missionary for 2 years in a place called Bulgaria. I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I guess a random fact about me is I can speak a language that is, or Bulgaria is the only place that speaks Bulgarian, so. But I lost a lot of it, so that was a great experience. I came back, and my dad, luckily, he was keeping track of my Roth IRA. He sold the company that I got greedy with, because if he didn't, I would have lost even more money, so I'm very thankful for that. I'm actually a runner for a cross-country and track team, or actually it's for high school, and luckily I was part of a team that was absolutely amazing. We took second at nationals. My my senior year, so it was just absolutely incredible. Luckily, because of my high school coach, Timo, I was able to develop my talent to be able to run for a college. And so I decided to go to Weber State University and run there while pursuing education. It's made my whole college experience just absolutely amazing, so I'm so happy to be a part of that. Anyway, it wasn't until recently that I actually decided that I had enough money to start investing again. I haven't invested since high school, and it was actually right before the big dip of 2020 that I invested in McDonald's with a credit card. I'll give more details on that in another video. This is the reason I'm doing this YouTube YouTube channel, because I want to be able to share these experiences with you guys. And so anyway, with the stimulus package, school turning online, I was able to work more. I just get a lot more money than I expected, so I decided to start investing again. And I'm actually debating now how I'm going to use that money for education, but also for schooling, or for education and investing in myself. So it's interesting overall. So anyway, I am currently going to Weber State. I'm taking one class, finish up my bachelor's degree, which, believe it or not, is not even in finances, because I guess a moron. I'm actually graduating with my degree in microbiology. I got an associate's in chemical technician, and I was planning on going into the healthcare because I took some classes like anatomy, which I think is my favorite class by far that I've taken, related to medical at least. The human body is just absolutely amazing. So I decided that that's the path I want to go. I want to be able to help people overall. But this still wasn't feeding the passion that I had about finances. It's because I learned of a certain degree. It's a master's in financial planning and analytics from UVU. I decided that I want to go into that. So, I've been spending 4 to 5 years preparing to go into, I wanted to go as a physician assistant, a PA, which is very competitive, but I have taken so many classes to prepare for that. So it's kind of a bummer that I'm doing that, or changing everything after all so much work. But I want to be able to have a job that I am passionate about, that I can help people in a different way, that can really change people's lives, and that's what I really want to do. Anyway, last summer I went to Utah Valley University doing some of their prereq classes, upper division finance classes, which I haven't taken really any finance classes, so that's a pretty big change in what I've been studying. Got those classes taken care of. Like I said, as long as I pass my one class, which I gotta make sure I focus on school too, because I'm focusing on money and running the things I care about. But as long as I pass my class, I'm already accepted in the program, and I'll be able to get my financial planning, or my CFP, which is a goal I have. And so with that, I want to be able to help educate people with where to put their money, how to grow it, what insurances to have, which insurances are terrible. I'm hoping that maybe some people will watch these videos. Maybe I can make some differences. As of right now, I've helped 2 people with a personal finance, or with a budgeting program that I honestly and truly believe will change their lives as long as they stick to it, because your perspective of money will change everything. I've helped another person, I've helped person help a Fidelity account, which is my main broker, and not that I'm biased by any means, but I think they are the best. I also helped another person open up a Robinhood account, which that's pretty simple, which of course any investing I think is good investing. Some I think is a little bit better. Those are for other videos to really look at the key fundamentals of what to do, essentially. Anyway, I really hope overall that I can be able to make a difference, be able to apply some of the principles, or be able to get an audience to be able to help change their lives. It's honestly, I think honestly everyone can be a millionaire as long as they follow some basic principles. It's just a lifetime of putting your money in a certain account. You can research and try to beat markets. You can try to do index funds. You can try to do mutual funds. There's so many different ideas. Options, I really don't encourage that, because it can really screw you over if you do it wrong. But if it works for you, if it gets you excited to invest and be able to really create a foundation be able to retire one day in a very, financial free to experience financial freedom where you don't have to rely on a job to be able to live. Now that is something I want to be able to strive for myself, and I want to help others. Anyway, hopefully the quality of these videos will get better over time as I figure it out. I've been trying to learn how to edit, but this one's gonna be simple. I'm not gonna edit really anything. This is just off the top of my head. And so anyway, I would appreciate any of the support. You know, there's the hit the bell, subscribe. Every Friday I'm going to post a new video based off certain fundamental principles of finances. And there's a lot of people that they don't have a lot of money, and I've done decent for the sources I have, and I want to be able to grow that. So I want to be able to help the lower man. I want to be able to help those that don't know be able to become better. Anyway, so hit the bell, subscribe. I will appreciate any of the support. Anyway, thanks guys. I will see you guys next week on Friday.